Ever make a save so good you actually feel guilty about it? You know, the one, the striker smashes it from 6 yards out, and before you even heard the sound of the boot hitting the ball, you're already on the ground with the ball stuck to your gloves. That accidental world-class save wasn't luck, it's biology. In this video, I'm gonna show you the 3-pillar framework so you stop overthinking and start making saves automatically. And stick around, because if you miss the last pillar, the first 2 won't stick, especially when the pressure's on. Let's kick things off with pillar number 1. And you know what's crazy? The difference between a world-class performance and a disaster isn't just talent. It's one simple equation that 99% of goalkeepers get wrong. Let me explain. Picture a training session I ran a few years back. I had a keeper, extremely talented. We were doing volley catches and I was going easy on him, just lobbing the ball into his chest. And then on the easiest ball of the day, he fumbled it. Why? Because the challenge was too low for his skill. He was bored. Now, let's say I got frustrated, so I started smashing half volleys at him from the 6-yard line. How do you think that would make him feel? Yup, you're right. Suddenly the challenge is way too high. He would be panicking, losing motivation, and eventually giving up. To get into flow where your saves become automatic, you need to find that sweet spot. Your training needs to be hard enough to demand 100% of your attention, but still achievable enough that you believe that you can make the saves. In your next training session, really pay attention to how you feel. If your mind keeps wondering, the drill is probably too easy, ask your coach to hit it harder, make it hurt a little. And if you keep getting frustrated or you feel like giving up, it's probably too hard. Take a step back, simplify it, and find your rhythm again. That's how you find your sweet spot. Now, out of these 2 problems, getting bored and sloppy or getting anxious and nervous, which feels the most like you right now? Drop it in the comments below. I love reading your comments and it really helps me to decide what videos to make next. But for now, let's talk about pillar number 2. Because getting that balance right works wonders in training, but on match day, that's a completely different beast. Ever feel like you leave your best saves in the warm-up? You feel sharp during the drills, but the second the whistle blows, your feet are heavy, your dives are slow? Yeah, I used to feel like that all the time too. I remember watching a keeper I once coached, let's just call him Alex. Before a cup final, he was treating his warm-up like a rock concert. He was screaming, chest pumping everyone, chugging these unhealthy energy drinks. He basically thought that he was getting ready for war, but when the game started, he was so overstimulated that on the first simple through ball, he just stood there completely froze, and it ended up costing us the game. The truth is, a real pre-game ritual isn't about getting all hyped up, it's about locking in. And to do this, I use a simple framework called the 3 M's. First, music. I don't care if you like heavy metal or you're more into Mozart. Whatever it is, pick one playlist or even one specific song and listen to it every single game. You're teaching your brain that when that specific beat drops, the noise stops, the world disappears, and it's time to get to work. Second, movement. If you're watching the pros, Neuer, Allison, they don't just do random warm-ups, they have a script. Why? Because when you use the same warm-up routine, the same stretches, the same drills in the same order, you tell your body it's go time. Third, mindfulness. And don't worry, I'm not talking about meditating on a mountain top. I'm talking about stopping time travel. Most goalkeepers stand on the line worrying about the final score, something completely out of your control, or replaying the goal you let in last week, something that's gone and will never change. And when your mind is stuck in the past or future, you think too much, your feet don't move, and you're always that half a second too late. But when you're here right now, only focusing on the ball, you don't think at all, you just move. So right before you step on the pitch, take 3 deep breaths, count them, in for 4, out for 4. It stops your brain from spinning on all the what ifs and only focus on the what is. And when that ball finally comes, you save it. Simple, right? But listen, having a ritual only opens the door to the zone. To actually walk through it, you have to change something much deeper. You have to change why you're playing in the first place. Let's move into pillar number 3. Why is it that you make incredible saves in training when nobody's watching, but the second a scout, a coach, or even a parent shows up, or it's a cup final, you suddenly turn into a robot? You know, beeping and everything, total robot mode. I remember a keeper I worked with once named Ben. In practice, he was a monster. He'd be flying top corner, laugh off mistakes, and just go again, really enjoying himself. But on match day, his face changed. He looked terrified. He even stopped trying to make the saves. He was so worried about looking professional and keeping clean sheets that he stopped trusting his instincts. And to get in the zone, you need to have a kid mindset. Let me explain. Think back to when you were 10, you're at the park, you're diving in the mud, you aren't thinking about your technique or stats. You were just trying to save the ball. Why? Because it's fun. And that's the real secret. When you're having fun, your body takes over and your saves become automatic. So this week, I want you to go out and have fun. Whether that's playing with your friends, going crazy with impossible saves, or ending your sessions with shots outside the box. Whatever it is, have fun. Because that's what made you good when you were 10. That's what kills fear. And that's what makes your saves automatic. And speaking of fun, if you want a full step-by-step system so you can actually start enjoying your progress and get a one-on-one coaching call with me, click the link in the description and let's get you where you want to be.